Namaste. My name is Dr. Taru. I am a gynecologist and I am leading the Vaginismus program that Proactive for Her has been running since October 2020. We are spreading awareness on the issue of vaginismus as 15th September is the World Vaginismus Awareness Day. So today I'm going to be speaking about vaginismus to you in brief. What is vaginismus? Vaginismus simply means difficulty in allowing vaginal penetration of anything. It could be a finger when a woman wants to put a menstrual cup or a tampon. It could be the gynecologist's finger when she's going in for an examination or a pap smear. It could be an instrument like a transvaginal ultrasound probe, or simply it could be the penis during a sexual situation, even though the woman really desires to do it. So the definition itself says that the woman really wants to do it, however, something is happening that is preventing her from allowing vaginal penetration. So this is vaginismus. So let's understand why vaginismus occurs. So vaginismus is not an illness, it's not a disease. It is simply a protective body response. For example, if there is dust flowing across the room, my eyes will simply close, or if I touch something hot, my hand will simply withdraw. This happens because my body knows that these are harmful things and the body acts by reflexly closing my eyelids or reflexly withdrawing my hand. Similarly, in vaginismus, when the woman is having foreplay, she's aroused, she wants to go through with the act, but at the moment of penetration, her body throws a reflex contraction of the vaginal muscles which shuts the door of the vagina to any kind of penetration. And this happens because her body believes that penetration is threatening. Now, why is her body believing that penetration is threatening even though she really wants to do it? And the whole crux of vaginismus is here. So there is nothing really wrong with the vagina. If she goes for a gynecological examination, she will find out that everything is normal. So where is the problem? What usually happens is during the growing up years, this girl has heard certain things around sexuality which convinced her that sex or penetration is either painful or it's shameful. So mainly vaginismus is a story of two words, pain and shame. For example, if a woman or a girl has heard that the first night is painful, or she's heard or read a lot of news about sexual assault, then her body tends to start believing that penetration or sex is threatening to her. And that's why at the moment of penetration, it sends signals to the vaginal muscles to shut, right? The second is shame. In a society where sex is a taboo topic, it's not really discussed in schools or communities or even in houses, girls grow up believing that sex is ganda, dirty, shameful. And if something is so shameful before marriage, how can she suddenly start doing that very thing within 5 hours of marriage? So pain and shame are the main stories why her body does not allow her to penetrate. Some other reasons can be history of sexual abuse or sexual assault, wherein she starts believing that sexual urge itself is disgusting because the very first experience of it was disgusting or threatening for her. Another reason could be fear of premarital pregnancy because it's such a taboo topic in our country. There are Bollywood movies made on this. So girls often fear pregnancy during the first intercourse. Sometimes it's just ignorance. The girl does not even know how many holes there are in her genital area. So any of these influences may have convinced the subconscious of this girl that sexual penetration is threatening. In such a situation, when she attempts sexual intercourse, the subconscious sends signals to the vaginal muscles to just simply clamp shut. So often the experience described by women is, I really wanted to do it, but the moment of penetration, I don't know what happened, my thighs stiffened, my buttocks lifted from the bed, I just said a no, I started pushing my partner away and I felt like everything was contracting in my body. And these women often are not able to go through the penetrative act. What is the incidence of vaginismus? Because this is a topic that's really covered by layers of silence, we rarely have accurate statistics of vaginismus. But if you read research articles, you'll realize that it could be anywhere between 10% to even 40% in certain societies. Of course, for India, we don't really know the right statistics, but from what I know from the Vaginismus program that we've been running now for the last 2 years, we are currently running the 14th batch of the program, and we've worked with more than 190 Indian women from across the world. I know that this is not very rare, and the roots of vaginismus are in our culture. How is vaginismus diagnosed? So usually the woman would first go to a gynecologist, and that is the first point of contact for any woman. However, we have seen that often penetrative exams are done to diagnose vaginismus. We are doing that very thing to diagnose about which the woman is scared. So that's why accurate and detailed history taking is often enough to understand what the woman has, and we just have to rule out any other physical causes of pain. What is the treatment of vaginismus? So you would be surprised that most women with vaginismus heal in as short as 6 to 8 weeks. So the treatment of vaginismus is in fact not very difficult. It occurs on two fronts. The first is, of course, emotional healing, because that is the root of the issue here, and we help her heal her past traumas and the past experiences that she may have had which were negative around sexuality. And the second is learning vaginal relaxation. So with the help of a few exercises and with the help of vaginal dilators, she learns to have painless, pleasurable penetration with dilators first, and later on with the partner. So the treatment protocol is around 2 months. Why have we started working on an issue that's so less reported in our country? I personally, even though I'm a gynecologist married to a psychiatrist, had vaginismus for 7 years of my married life. And it was a very, very difficult time because I did not have resources around. In fact, the first blog on vaginismus was written in India in 2019. And that's why online resources were very, very, very difficult to find. And treatment was available in individual chambers of some psychologists, psychiatrists, and sexologists. So it was very difficult to find a very wholesome healing process. I finally read a lot of textbooks and healed myself in 3.5 weeks after 7 years of marriage. This really stimulated me and my partner to want to do something about vaginismus, which was just not being spoken of in India. And so in mid-2020, we decided to launch a vaginismus support group with the help of Proactive for Her, not knowing how many women will join, but finally now we are due to start our 15th. We are very happy to share with you that till today 114 women have healed with us, and so many of them are on their way to pleasurable sexual experience with their partners, and so many of them have become pregnant. It's a thing of joy for our entire team at Proactive for Her. So if you or anyone you know has vaginismus, please reach out to us and let us help you towards healing. Thanks a lot for listening to this video. Please do share as widely as possible, and please do spread the word on vaginismus. Namaste, Jai Hind.